I am Mark Stewart imploring everyone who is normal to not vote Democrat. Democrat leaders are absolutely abnormal, and they are making our society, at least they're trying to, into an abnormal, I will use the word, perverted place. Example 1, it is not normal to enhance criminality and leave innocent families victimized by criminals. But that's exactly what, in Democrat-controlled cities, for a year and a half now, defund the police has been their calling card. In the process, people have been maimed, people have been killed, people have been stolen from in far higher numbers than you would have if we had properly funded the police. People who are victims of domestic violence need police. And yet, Democrat leaders on this politically correct bandwagon, these fumes of, ooh, this is something new that we should do, jeopardize people's lives. That's not just perverted. It's evil. And it's evil for a horrible reason. Political. Okay? The defund the police movement wasn't based on some newly found evidence that harsh policing might actually increase criminality, so we got to go light. No, this was simply a politically oriented slogan, and it became policy. Even in fairly normal places, I'm in one, Connecticut's not bad, but for weeks, outside the Capitol building, on its sidewalk, was written, defund the police. Okay? Democrats control the Capitol legislature. Democrats control the governorship. This could have been erased in a day. Nope. This was a statement meant for all in Hartford and any visitors to Hartford to see. Meanwhile, the police themselves, across the nation anyway, suffered the disrespect that allowed people to take pot shots at them. 2021 experienced a higher level of police killings than ever before on record. All right, example 2. Democrat leaders endorse not teaching weird things on new agendas that aren't approved by parents. In fact, they help keep them shrouded from parents. Some of those agendas include critical race theory. Some of those agendas include exposing kids to sexual practices at an early age. The Enfield incident was more than just a mistake, okay? Normal people don't even countenance putting something like the sex acts of pizza delivery into an 8th grade curriculum. This is not normal. And yet, at multiple levels, it was condoned. Nobody's been fired. Democrats who control boards are not speaking out. And the not speaking out is what especially affects our leaders in Connecticut, which has not been as bad as other places. But when Democrats in other places curtail free speech, let criminals run with mayhem, let even worse depredations happen in their schools, you don't hear our governor or our legislative leaders speaking out, do you? Because they approve, or at least their silence gives them even better membership in this club of Democrats that protect one another. Well, they protect one another against you. They are fighting normal American families. And in case you are an African American family, it's really diabolical because they allow school teachers to continue teaching that whitey's got it in for you if you're a young black kid, when it's not true. When it doesn't encourage standing up for yourself. If I were exposed week after week to teachers who made it clear to me that I didn't have as good of a future because of some systemic racism that was false, I would probably end up not being ambitious. There is no better way to keep African Americans subdued, down, subjected, than to put a cap on their success. The most vile white racist couldn't have any better vision for urban schooling than we have now in many of our schools affecting African American kids. And these are led by Democrat leaders. It is absolutely time that they be shown the door. I think worse. I think many of them should be jailed. But at least let's get them out of office. You have many opportunities in November. Connecticut has been 13-0 in its highest offices run by Democrats. And it hasn't gotten any better over the last decades, has it? We were once the #1 state quality of life, once for many years. Now we're barely above half. Democrat control needs to end. We have the opportunity to do that. I'm Mark Stewart.